Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started. Hey everyone, we're just hours away from seeing the cars hit the track in the early hours of this weekend's race. As always, we're here to bring you all the latest updates and behind-the-scenes news. Today, we're diving into the challenges faced by Brazilian driver Gabriel Bordalo and the issues his car experienced during the first race of the season. But before we get into that, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single update, especially during these early morning race weekends. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps support our work. Now, let's talk about Bordalo and what we can expect from him in his second Formula One race. Do you think the sprint format this weekend could give him a chance to shine? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Bordalo's debut race was far from smooth sailing, and the problems his car encountered have been a hot topic of discussion. Several theories have emerged to explain the incident that led to his retirement, with one particularly compelling video showing the rear suspension of his car failing even before he hit the wall. While Bordalo himself has admitted that his retirement was likely due to a driver error, pushing the car beyond its limits in an attempt to recover from a disadvantage, there's more to the story. Footage from the race also revealed that his teammate, Nico Hülkenberg, made contact with Bordalo's rear wheel early in the race. Some experts believe this collision could have caused or exacerbated the suspension and brake issues that plagued Bordalo's car. After all, Formula One cars are incredibly sensitive machines, and even the slightest damage can have a ripple effect on multiple systems. During the press conference ahead of the Chinese Grand Prix, Bordalo was questioned about these problems. He revealed that he had been complaining about brake issues over the radio from the very start of the race. Additionally, he mentioned other undisclosed problems during the race, some of which were related to the suspension. While he chose not to go into detail about these issues, he did address the contact with Hülkenberg. Bordalo admitted that he didn't even feel the impact at the time and only became aware of it after seeing the footage. He downplayed the incident, calling it a normal racing occurrence. However, when asked whether the contact could have caused the suspension or brake problems, Bordalo acknowledged that it's one of the theories the team is currently investigating. The big question now is whether the brake and suspension issues played a role in the mistake that led to his retirement, or if it was purely a driver error. The team is working hard to get to the bottom of this, and we should have a clearer answer soon. For Bordalo, this weekend's race in China is a chance to bounce back and prove his potential. With the sprint format adding an extra layer of excitement and opportunity, there's a lot at stake. The sprint races are known for shaking up the grid and giving drivers a chance to score valuable points, even if they've had a tough time in the main race. For a rookie like Bordalo, this could be the perfect opportunity to make a statement. As fans, we're all eager to see how Bordalo and his team will address these challenges. Will they be able to resolve the car's issues and give him a reliable machine to work with? Or will the problems persist, putting even more pressure on the young driver? One thing's for sure, Formula One is as much about overcoming adversity as it is about speed and skill. Bordalo's journey this season is shaping up to be a fascinating one, and we'll be watching closely to see how it unfolds. So what do you think? Can Bordalo turn things around this weekend and deliver a strong performance in the sprint or the main race? Do you believe the car issues were a major factor in his retirement? Or was it simply a case of pushing too hard? Let us know your predictions and join the conversation. And don't forget to stay tuned for all the action as the lights go out in China. It's going to be an exciting weekend. Are you ready for 3 late nights of Formula One? Get ready, because the excitement of Formula One is about to take over your nights. This weekend promises to be extra special as we dive into a sprint weekend format, featuring not 1, but 2 qualifying sessions and 2 races. That's right, double the action, double the adrenaline. And here at GPM Casa, we'll be on standby to bring you all the latest news, updates, and insights, ensuring you don't miss a single detail. So, make sure to subscribe and join our community of passionate Formula One fans. Now, tell us, will you be staying up late to catch the sessions live, or will you tune in tomorrow for our highlights? Either way, we've got you covered. Let's dive into what's in store for the first late-night session, kicking off from Thursday to Friday. The Shanghai International Circuit is set to come alive with the roar of engines, and this sprint weekend format means the stakes are higher than ever. With only one free practice session scheduled, teams will have limited time to fine-tune their cars and strategies. This is no small challenge, especially considering it's only the second race of the season, and many teams are still experimenting and gathering data. Every second on the track will count. The free practice session is set to begin at 12:30 a.m. on Friday, running for 60 minutes. Weather conditions are expected to be clear, with no rain in the forecast, a welcome relief after the unpredictable weather we saw last weekend. You can catch all the action live on Band Sports or the F1 TV Pro app. But that's just the beginning. Shortly after, the first decisive session of the weekend will take place, the sprint qualifying. Sprint qualifying is a faster-paced version of traditional qualifying, and its results will determine the starting grid for the sprint race. However, it's important to note that this session won't affect the grid for Sunday's main race. This unique format adds an extra layer of strategy and excitement, as teams and drivers must balance aggression with caution. The sprint qualifying is scheduled to start at 4:30 a.m. on Friday, with live coverage available on Band Sports and F1 TV Pro. The weather is expected to remain dry, with mild temperatures, ideal conditions for the drivers to push their limits. Now, we know that staying up through the night isn't always possible, and that's where we come in. For those who can't watch the sessions live, we'll have detailed recap videos posted shortly after each session ends. These videos will bring you all the key moments, highlights, and insights delivered in our signature no-nonsense, straight-to-the-point style. So, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned, as we'll be bringing you all the latest updates right here on Grand Prix Casa. This weekend is shaping up to be a thrilling chapter in the 2023 Formula One season. With the sprint format adding an extra layer of unpredictability, every session promises to deliver drama, excitement, and unforgettable moments. Whether you're a die-hard fan planning to stay up all night or someone who prefers to catch up the next day, we're here to ensure you don't miss a thing. So, grab your snacks, settle in, and get ready for an unforgettable weekend of racing. A big hug from the team, and we'll see you in the early hours. In the high-pressure world of Formula One, the relationship between a driver and their race engineer is often described as one of the closest and most crucial partnerships in the sport. When things are going well, they're the best of friends, working in perfect harmony to achieve success. But when the wheels start to fall off, literally or figuratively, the dynamic can quickly shift. Conversations over the radio become less polite, tensions rise, and sometimes, the exchanges can even cross the line. This delicate balance was on full display during the Australian Grand Prix last week, where Lewis Hamilton and his new Ferrari engineer found themselves in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. During the race, Hamilton was heard repeatedly questioning his engineer's instructions and decisions. At one point, he even asked to be left alone, expressing frustration with the constant advice about how to handle the car. This exchange sparked a wave of criticism, with many fans and pundits questioning Hamilton's approach and the way he communicated with his engineer. The incident became a major talking point, dominating headlines and social media discussions. Fast forward to this week in China, and Hamilton was once again asked about the situation during media interviews. His response was direct and pointed, as he chose to highlight the relationship between Max Verstappen and his race engineer, Gianpiero Lambiase, as a comparison. Hamilton remarked, "Look at the conversations Max has had with his engineer over the years, the abuse the poor guy has endured, and you never write about that. But you wrote about the small discussion I had with mine." This comment was seen as a subtle jab at Verstappen and Red Bull, but it didn't take long for the team to fire back. Red Bull swiftly took to social media, posting photos and videos of Verstappen and Lambiase sharing happy moments, embracing, and celebrating together. The message was clear. Despite any heated exchanges over the radio, the relationship between Verstappen and his engineer is strong and built on mutual respect. The post served as a playful yet pointed rebuttal to Hamilton's comments, suggesting that Lambiase isn't as bothered by Verstappen's communication style as Hamilton implied. This back and forth raises an interesting question. Does Hamilton deserve the criticism he's received for how he treated his engineer? Or is this simply part of the intense, high-stakes environment of Formula One, where emotions often run high? And was it a misstep for Hamilton to use Verstappen as an example, given Red Bull's quick and effective response? What's undeniable is that the relationship between a driver and their engineer is a unique one, forged under immense pressure and tested in the heat of competition. While moments of tension may make headlines, they're often just a small part of a much larger partnership. So what do you think? Was Hamilton out of line? Or is this just the nature of the sport? And did he make a mistake by bringing Verstappen into the conversation? Let us know your thoughts.